Okay, looks like we're going. We set a few things up. Turn on some music while we wait for people to show up. I don't know how many people are going to be on. Let's see.
Very delicious meat of the tender rails. Each is an exquisite delicacy. Can't get enough. We need full bellies. Gotta feast until the end. Liber finder. Liber finder. Liber finder. The screams and cries are exquisite music. The songs of dying elves fill us with glee. Love the crackle of the flame and steel. The juices ooze like rivers in the tree. The rising smoke is a honeymoon fragrance. The tender elves put up some resistance, but it's the hunt that makes the flavors pleasant. When they fall, we course enjoy all of it. The screams and cries are exquisite music. The songs of dying elves fill us with glee. Love the crackle of the flame and steel. The juices ooze like rivers in the tree. Unknown liber finder. Unknown liber finder. Unknown liber finder. The rising smoke is honeymoon fragrance. The tender elves put up some resistance, but it's the hunt that makes the flavors pleasant. When they fall, we gorge, enjoy all of it. density just as God would have them be. Hit it with an axe and fell the enemy. Urbanizing the wilderness. Industrial imperialists. Cleansing the forest. The naturalist man. With axes of iron stood hand in hand. Tinkling in mud. Little elf boys, you wish not us of the earth. Fairy, not us of the mist. Fathers of the ocean and the lifeblood and the heat. Not us, for we've seen beyond the threshold of the deep. Urbanizing the wilderness. Industrial imperialists. Cleansing the forest. The naturalist man. With axes of iron stood hand in hand. Tinkling in mud, little elf boys, you wish not us of the earth. Fairy, not us of the mist. Fathers of the ocean and the lifeblood and the heat. Not us, for we've seen beyond the threshold of the deep. Urbanizing the wilderness. Industrial imperialists. Cleansing the forest. The naturalist man. With axes of iron stood hand in hand. Cleansing the forest. With axes of iron. Nepotism, all we live on, drawing hands, blood on his feet. Oh, kill, intimate, killing eyes, halfling flock, flicker up tasting.
Hello. I'm glad you like that one. That is Iron Forest Destruction. I will share the link for that. In fact, I'll share the link for the entire album. Give me 1 second. Yeah, no, like, so the entire theme of this album, and actually that one kind of comes off a little bit more of a crossover between like orcs and dwarves working on the same side, but it was very anti-elven, right? So the album is orc metal, and the whole theme is orcs just fucking shit up, right? Like song 1 was it's called Anu Leberfagner, and I like to imagine that Suno like because I used a very similar prompt for a lot of them. For Iron Forest Destruction, I used a subtly different one, kind of like on a focus on chopping down trees and destroying like the homes of the elves. And Anu Leberfagner, the first song, I like to imagine that Suno came up with like a persona of an elf, because the prompt for a lot of these is songs like in death metal as if sung by orcs about eating elves and enjoying eating elves, because I don't feel like there's enough fantasy story where like the bad guys really win, you know? In the current climate that we exist in, I think it's really my time to start putting things out there. So I'm really happy you enjoyed that. I I've enjoyed making some of these, even though all I'm doing is prompting. I can come up with themes that haven't really been explored yet. And I think at least that counts for some level of creativity. The next track is Elven Soup. Which is, of course, about elven soup. I'll say the lyrics before I play it. Appetizers, hobbit liver, dwarven hands, gnomish feet. Oh good. Halfling flank, ogre rump. Ugh, so tasty. Disgustingly savory, but nothing so delicate. Very delicious. Disgustingly delicate as elven soup. Elven soup. 2 elven ears, 2 elven eyes, 2 elven feet, 2 elven thighs, 2 elven hands, 2 elven elbows, 2 elven knees, for 2 elbows. Oh, I'll have soup. Oh, go. Elven soup. Elven soup. 2 elven ears, 2 elven eyes, 2 elven feet, 2 elven thighs, 2 elven hands, 2 elven elbows, 2 elven knees, for 2 elbows. Oh, elven soup. Elven soup. Oh no, no, no. Not the eyes, you fool. Space matters not. Elves matter not. You matter not. Time matters not. Delicious. Buttons ain't gnashing. So much moosh. It's like such an epic ode to elven soup. And I'm like imagining stories being told about orcs having harvested countless elves, having put the meat into long-term preservations, and then using them in fine culinary, perhaps elevating themselves from the wilderness and learning how to cook a proper meal. I'll turn this one up. I kind of like it.
Disgustingly suffering, but nothing so delicate. Very delicious. vicious. So bad, but the same luxuries.
Okay, I gotta talk about this next one. This next one's really fucking hard. I just really dig especially like at the beginning of verse 2. Like so the lyrics go, first of all, this song is called We Love to Eat Elves. It goes fucking hard. It's like the first verse, elves light on their feet. On forest paths they meet, willow's children, tender meat. Verse 2. Travelers beware, in footsteps shadows a watcher stirs, a place they've often heard of, where it is told. Chorus. That the orcs love to eat elves. 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 Verse 3. At a mountain's feet, in caves they meet, a great beast, goblinoid beasts, so neat. Verse 4. Children of the night, dead wind blowing, eradicating sun, wings black in the light. As the orcs love to eat elves, orcs love to eat elves, orcs love to eat elves, orcs love to eat elves. A dull pain awakes me, holding close to the ashes of dawn. Elven screams reach my ears. Is there still meat on their bones? I'm just like, this shit's just fucking hard, man. It's like so good. Like, I haven't heard metal this good in a minute. So props. Here we go. So this next one, when I prompted, I used I was like, I want to make a death metal song written in dark speech, which is why you're gonna hear burzum a lot, like the word burzum, and you'll probably recognize some of the words that are on the One Ring. I don't know if any of y'all fuck with Lord of the Rings like that, like say, like, yeah, fucking, Rings of Power and all that shit, right? Yeah. Suck my dick, Jeff Bezos. You want to fucking ban me? Go ahead. What was I saying? Yeah, say what you want about Rings of Power or whatever. Lord of the Rings is still cool. And when I was in college, I used to fuck with dark speech a bit because I'm still thinking, first tattoo. That's definitely been one of my top picks. Let's get like fucking, some dark speech around a bicep or some shit. Like, I don't know. I think that'd be fucking sick, kind of. But maybe I won't get a tattoo. But either way, the inscription on the One Ring is really cool. The language, like the fact that like dark speech is written in Elven is kind of like fucking sick. You think about it. But phonetically, it's like really challenging to speak, and it's been a minute since I've dug into that stuff, but I always thought this would be a good target. It's like, make some death metal about Lord of the Rings, and ain't got fucking, you can't fucking copyright dark speech, motherfucker. Good try. Yeah, go nuh-uh. So burzum no grug. I'm not gonna read the lyrics on this one because it's all dark speech. But it goes pretty hard. The one after that, I don't know what language it is. It may I don't think it's definitely not dark speech. There have been a couple times when generating death metal where Suno like give me totally not English. Like I've actually got Greek fucking death metal I've generated. I don't have any relationship to Greece. I've barely been interested in their culture beyond Heroes. I mean, ancient Greece stuff is kind of cool. That's a different story, but I could skip a track. We could dive to my next favorite, which is Elf Meat. This one's good, actually. Yeah, I think we'll skip burzum no grug and lycée sudlig, however the fuck you pronounce that, and we'll go straight into Elf Meat. I'm not going to read the lyrics on it, but it's really good. It's also, it's kind of funny, too. I'll read a verse that's funny. Elf hot dog. Elf sandwich. Elf at Chipotle. And breakfast. Elf muffin.
Cook them up. The pointy ears. Flesh and pink. Elf takes your years. Elf tartar. Elf light. Elf kebabs. Elf lost. Elf on the cob. Elf meat. Elf meat. Elf meat. Elf meat. Elf meat. Elf meat. Elf. Elf stir fry. Teriyaki. No, there's proof of the
Yeah, I say that line just goes really hard. It's like the I didn't like for all the stuff I generated before this one, and this track is called Elves is Taste Good, by the way. For all of the tracks that I generated before this one, the lyrics had a bit more educational like the int value on the previous tracks was a lot higher. Like I rolled higher on those. This one, the lyrics are actually I feel like a lot closer to what orc intelligence actually should be, because they call them elves as is. And they spelled it good, Gud. And the chorus is elves is taste good, all up in our hood, blood on our lips, hooray for elves is. That line, though, by the way, y'all's made of our favorite thing. It's just like, I wish I was making this shit back when I was like trying to get into World of Warcraft, because I would have mainlined orc so hard. Oh my god. For the horde, as they say. My neighbor is delish, now I'm having barbecue. The meat is never burnt round here. Oh, I have to talk about this one too. This one's really good. So after a while, I'm like, okay, great. We got a ton of songs about orcs eating elves, which is great and all, but I thought, why don't orcs eat dwarves? It must taste fucking awful in comparison. Think about it. Dwarves are dirty. They're in the mines all day. They never bathe. I mean, I get my dwarves in Dwarf Fortress to bathe because, you know, I got like an ash factory going, and you know they make potash, and then somehow they just start bathing themselves automatically if because they'll start to make soap and stuff out of that if they've got access to fat. And but you know, traditionally I think we all think of dwarves as kind of dirty. I mean, you know, in the Lord of the Rings sense, you know, I think we all think of Gimli, a great example of a dwarf, one of the most famous dwarves. And how would he taste if he were eaten? I don't think very good, personally. If I were in work, I would probably prefer elves to dwarves. I'm just saying. If you apply a little bit of logic to this whole design decision-making process, you can see where I've come to the conclusion for the song title. We don't eat dwarves because they taste like shit. Now, I don't get this line. I think about it a lot when I hear it. The flavor's gullible. I even Googled it. Like, this isn't a phrase that like I don't think is either even in existence or commonly used. I think this is something that because it's a fun thing to think about, like, getting the AI to think about like human tastes, because it's not like it has any real data to go on. All it's able to go on is the text that people have written about food, maybe some sort of internal modeling of flavor profiles and palates and taste buds and stuff. But I mean, does an AI really know what something does or doesn't taste like? But if you tell it something is or isn't something, it can kind of come up with its own logic to it.
Intestinal stress. We don't eat dwarves cause it tastes like shit. We want our meat and bone fresh. Don't eat dwarves cause it tastes like shit. Wanna be fair, the flavor's gullible. You do. It's just a waste if you don't convert to tastier morsels. They can't be worse now. Rotten and derelict, putrid and gorge, acid, greasy and grotesque, chronic intestinal stress. We don't eat dwarves cause they taste like shit. We want our meat and bone fresh. Don't eat dwarves cause they taste like shit. Wanna be fair, the flavor's gullible. Their carelessness compels us to violence and very children's.
So it's the theme shifts up a bit now. We've moved on from eating dwarves and eating elves to eating fairies. This might upset some of you. Some of y'all might get down with it, but it's like, it's one thing to chop down the elves' forest and take all their bodies and turn them into meat. It's another thing to eat dwarves and find them disgusting and repulsive and rancid and gross and putrid. And it's another to eat fairies.
Is indigestible, they say, but we say it's delicious.
Oh, God, that line that line goes so hard. Oh my God. Innocence is indigestible, they say, but we say it's delicious. We spare our brothers from the appetite of our blood. We shall save the Fae.
We spare our brothers from an appetite for our blood. We shall save the Fae.
I'm going to restart this one, honestly. I'm going to take a momentary break here. Um, hang with me. Y'all know you like this shit.
Compels us to violence and very children's blood pours out the weak with cruelty. Innocence is indigestible, they say, but we say it's delicious. We spare our brothers from a massive fight for our blood. We shall save the faith. The fairies are not so different. They do time on the destructive pride, face despair, nowhere to hide. Under moon, a deathly blaze, myth and legend, torn to hate. Destructive pride, face despair, nowhere to hide. Under moon, a deathly blaze, myth and legend, torn to hate. Shattered wings, fairy kind screams, cursed blazing, dripping with blood, chaos reigns, fires embrace, orcs and ogres, thirst for flesh. Burn their wood, incinerate dreams, ashes rise, fairy kind consume, innocence lost, whose darkness and fire, crimson rivers drown their light. Molestation of sanctuaries, desecrate every glade, twisted laughter, echoing doom, your soil beneath us. Unholy sacrilege, fairy tears, infernal carnage, relentless, barbaric lust, shadows spread, fairy grace fall, eternal. Incinerate dreams, ashes rise, very gun consumed, innocence lost, to darkness and fire, crimson rivers drown their light. Molestation of sanctuaries, ashes rise, very gun consumed, innocence lost, to darkness and fire, crimson rivers drown their light. Molestation of sanctuaries, desecrate every glade, twisted laughter, echoing doom, gore-stained soil beneath us. Molestation of sanctuaries, desecrate every glade, twisted laughter, echoing doom, gore-stained soil beneath us. Drown their light. Molestation of sanctuaries, desecrate every glade, twisted laughter, blowing doom, gore-stained soil beneath us. Unholy sacrilege, fairy tears, infernal carnage, relentless, barbaric lust, shadows spread, broken fall, gore-stained soil beneath us, beneath us, beneath us. Unholy sacrilege, fairy tears, infernal carnage, relentless, barbaric lust, shadows spread, fairy claims fall. Our minds blink with contempt. Cheery trust made no sense. Blood and searing heat and fire. Grapes of our desires stewed in sheepskins. Breathing laughter of green sprightly clans. Sped away, fey isles cast us off. Till feral creatures burn and fray and raping men hold on. Blood and searing heat and fire. Grapes of our desires stewed in sheepskin blood. Oh, pain to arcane souls, and the wild men rape our fleeing sisters. How vulgar. They swore they were lost, they swore we were frauds. Evil mongrels, they rid us of faith, they sent us their mongrels. Let's gather in solemn communion. Summon evenness, demonize. Twilight cloaks, tyrann aroused. Possessive eyes of too loud. Approach the demon. Approach the demon. Unto Laco. Misfortune desired us the strength. Trophy to burn. Until London to swallow eastbound. Divided by a black pack to die. Listen the slow horn. I do not end the sheriff. So it is done. You want a fickle speaking vice. Taken up one. Aberration yearning realized. Set free from that doom. Unto the unholy gloom of dark night. Where screams decay. Soon swallow the fear. Taking supreme goddess queen of eternity love. Phantom tide, about agility. Her horrors of stray ages. Pleasures unturned in sexual vastness. Celestial queen of void. Approach forever. Avalon. Sustain a lust. Submitting excavation madness. Insatiable beyond comprehension. Insatiable endless lust. Swallow the demon. from that doom unto the unholy gloom of dark night, where screams decay to swallow their fear, taking supreme goddess queen of eternity love. Of eternity love. Tide of futility, her horrors astray ages, blesses unturned in sexual vastness, celestial queen of void, approach forever. Taking supreme in God's queen of the son of earth, approach forever.
Oh, so good. So I left a little while ago. I do apologize for a long disappearance, but those tracks are fucking hard as shit, right? Like we had we feast on fairies, invasion of the enchanted, ritual of ruin, bogged and burning, infernal ritual of fire and blood, and fecal demon. That last part of fecal demon just goes pretty fucking hard. Verse 4. Phantom tide, abound agility, her horrors astray ages, pleasures unchurned in sexual vastness, celestial queen of void, approach forever. Some of the lyrics are just like, oh my god. Are we gonna create some new music tonight while I'm doing shit live? I think that's a good idea. We need because we got 17 tracks in the orc metal playlist, and we could definitely do some more. What's a common orc theme? A super hard, aggressive, fast death metal song as if sung by orcs about the pleasures of banditing, of thievery, and enforcing toll bridges. You know, super hard, aggressive, fast death metal song, as if sung by orcs, about the pleasures of thievery and something else. All right. This is a live Suno You can't see it because I'm not showing my browser. But we're creating a new. Uh-oh. That description got flagged. All right, we're gonna do thievery and plunder. Okay. The song is called Plunderlust. And whenever I find a good prompt, I usually create a few. We'll create like 3 right now. Then we'll modify the prompt. Sometimes the prompt will get through and it'll work for like one song. But then I'll like it'll like censor it or like it'll flag it. So it there seems to be some edge cases. It's like not perfect filtering, but sometimes you can kind of work around it. All right, so we got Plunderlust, Plundering Havoc, and Orcus Plunder. Now, what Suno does is whenever it generates something, it generates 2. So we can like compare and see which one we like more. So there's 2 versions of each of it. So we just generate 6 songs. Let's hear Orcus Plunder.
Silent in the night, blaze and ready. Eyes of demons, heart so steady. Riches glint, our prize unearned. Take what's theirs, riches burned. Cities fall, the strong defeated. Blood and screams, glory repeated. Chaos reigns, power untamed. Feet of fire, wealth reclaimed. Plunder, burn, destroy, steal, power gain. Slaves will kneel. Horses might, the spoils to keep. Pleasure found in darkness deep. Iron fist and hearts of stone. Raven's feast, bones overthrown. Plundered trails we carve with hate. Thieves of night, seal your fate. Hoard the gold, jewels of sin. To the victor's trophies win. Kingdoms crumble, towering low. Orcs arise, overthrow. Plunder, burn, destroy, steal, power gained. Slaves will kneel. Horses might, the spoils to keep.
I would say that was pretty good. Yeah, I would say that was pretty good. So, question is the second version of Orcish Plunder any better?
Wealth reclaim, plunder, burn, destroy, steal, power gain, slaves will kneel. Orcish might, the spoils to keep, pleasure found in darkness deep. Iron fists and hearts of stone, ravens feast, bones overthrown. Plunder trails we carve with hate. Thieves of night, seal your fate. Hoard the gold, jewels of sin. To the victors, trophies win. Kingdoms crumble, cowering low. Orcs arise, overthrow. Plunder, burn, destroy, steal, power gain. Slaves will kneel. Orcish might, the spoils to keep. Pleasure found in darkness deep. Plunder, burn, destroy, steal, power gained. Slaves will kneel. Orcish might, the spoils to keep. Pleasure found in darkness deep.
That was really good too. Damn. God damn. Okay. Plundering Havoc is next.
Crushing skulls, breaking bones. Looters scream, you can't atone. Shattered kingdoms, burning thrones. Orcs arise, steal your homes. noble cries, we don't sleep, valuables in our keep, rip, tear, raid the town, plundering brings the crowd, laugh at suffering, steal your soul in chaos, we are whole. Screams of woe, hearts of steel, pillage, spree, endless thrill, silver cries out, we shall steal, beneath the night, blood we spill. Torches lit, shadows creep, gold and blood, nothing's cheap, noble cries, we don't sleep, valuables in our keep, rip, tear, raid the town, plundering brings the crowd, laugh at suffering, steal your soul in chaos, we are whole. Screams of woe, hearts of steel, pillage, spree, endless thrill, silver cries out, we shall steal, beneath the night, blood we spill. Treasure gleams, skies aflame, in the dark, fear our name, vanquish foes, none can claim, Orcish wrath, life's cruel game. Rip, tear, raid the town, plundering brings the crowd, laugh at suffering, steal your soul in chaos, we are crushing skulls, breaking bones, looters scream, you can't atone, shattered kingdoms, burning thrones, orcs arise, steel soul blows. Forces ignite, shadows creep, golden blood, nothing's cheap, noble cries, we don't sleep, valuables in our keep, rip, tear, raid the town, plundering brings the crown, laugh at suffering, steal your soul, in chaos we are whole. Rip, tear, raid the town, plundering brings the crown, laugh at suffering, steal your soul, in chaos we are whole. Screams of woe, hearts of steel, pillage spree, endless thrill, silver cries out, we shall steal, beneath the night, blood we spill. Treasure gleams, skies aflame, in the dark, fear our name, vanquished
That was pretty good too. Um, both plundering havocs were great. Um, I gotta add them to my playlist before I forget, as well as download them. So I have a local copy. Um, all this music's free. Um, I create it for the stream so that I have something to listen to while I'm coding. Because one of the big things that's kept me from doing more game dev stuff, more live coding stuff, is wanting to be able to listen to music while I'm coding, but not wanting to catch like a copyright strike. So, what better way to solve that problem than create my own music? And that way, I've got something I can use in the future that I like to listen to. Hopefully, other people do too as well. So it's at least moderately enjoyable. I don't know how many people like to code to super hard music like this, but I enjoy it. So hope y'all do too. Next track is Plunderless, and then we would have to create some more stuff, but I might actually go back and play some older tracks, or maybe even switch gears and play some chill out down tempo, because I have a bunch of those too. I've created a lot of tracks. I'm trying to burn up my. It's actually been pretty good. Like I got like one of the higher level tiers, and it gives you a good amount of credits, and I've created a lot of music. Right. Um. Right. So actually, we don't want it to be red or blue. We actually want it to be green or red. I'm going to use blue in 3D world to represent like items and stuff like that. But the 3D blocks are placeholders at the moment. It's intended, like in the future to get the sprites into the 3D space in a similar way that I've done in the past. And, we can hopefully work towards like a real 3D version of the same setup where we have this, and then we would be able to switch to this, and even in the future be able to do this one entirely, so that the entire thing is done 3D. Because then we can have representations of like rendering multiple floors moving all at the same time, and I think that would be such a huge like dope upgrade to the whole setup. But we gotta get there first, right? So this is obviously step one. Um, so we are very close to getting multiple enemies on the screen. Um, now we got like a nice little side by side, so we can at least have some visual representation of the little thing that's about to be going on here. It's something I've done many times in the past already. We're kind of like rewalking a lot of the same steps, because at a certain point you do this enough times, you start to make new steps. It would help to get past some of the hangups that I've had in the past. Um, let's see. That looks pretty good there. Um, we're gonna rewrite Raw Dungeon Floor. Similarly, we're also going to redo all right, that's all good. So draw entity shadow. Hmm. Okay, time to integrate some AI into this whole process, right? If not GRP, but instead we could do if GRP. I mean, we're using Copilot already, right? But I'm about to throw this into either Grok or ChatGPT, and at some point I'm gonna get a fucking Claude subscription going. But we need to check um for current +1. To be not null. I wonder how good the command completion is here. The draw texture pro takes a texture, right? So sprite group pointing to sprites of current +1. This is a sprite, an array of sprite pointers. So to get the sprite, right? Like, because we're not doing anything to the sprite, so it can be const. Const sprite pointer const. So this way we declare it basically double const like this because the its location in memory is not changing. And also we're not modifying it, so we want it to be immutable. So we declare it this way. It's a good practice. If you're just like accessing some value, like this is a good idea. Because we're not doing anything to the contents of the sprite. We're just like using it as a pointer to another function. It might fuck up our call to draw texture pro now that I think about it, but that's why we will create a copy of it. This is a practice I've done since college. So you copy the working code that you're about to modify, and you copy out the working copy. Then you start fucking around with the other one. So over here, like for instance, this would be now S. This would also be S. Actually, wait. Yeah. Yeah. This would be S. The destination doesn't change. So like there's the destination for the sprite on screen, which is the little green box that you see, as well as the blue box. But the source, the sprite source, is constantly changing. So that's dependent upon different variables like what state the entity's currently in, what frame the animation happens to be currently on for that sprite, so on and so forth. This is a zero vector. I think we have a thing at the top. We do. So we could actually, instead of doing that, we can actually just refer to the zero vector. That's a lot cleaner. But the whole idea, I'm trying to get to the point where we have to verify that this is not null first, right? Like we're lucky that everything works together at the moment, but like this code's going to break the moment that we introduce like an entity that doesn't have a shadow at that location. And I think that for every entity that doesn't have a shadow, what I ended up doing was like for instance, if you have like 5 different sprites for a given entity and it's an NPC, then you would have 10 total sprites, because for each one of those different states, you would need a corresponding shadow sprite. And as far as I know, I don't know how I'm going to go about doing shadows for like objects yet, right? I don't know if the sprite pack that I picked up has a lot of that stuff for some stuff, but we'll find out. We'll figure it out. But I had to do it this way because sprite pack gave me shadows as a separate asset, which makes sense logically. So what we would have to do here is if s, and what I think I did for entities that don't have shadows is that like you still load up enough slots to have 10 if it was like a 5 sprite entity, and you just put the different sprites at the regular position, which would be 2 times the index of the sprite. So you would have like sprite at 0, sprite at 2, sprite at 4, sprite at 6, so on and so forth. And then all of the odd numbers indices would have null pointers, which is why we need this check. So the code still works, so that's all good. Um, draw entity is kind of a big old nasty function. I don't really feel like we need to change that right now. We'll come back. We'll come back to that. We don't need to worry about title scene or company scene at the moment. Oh yeah, so multiple enemies, right? That's the last thing I want to do tonight before I call it quits. So remember, previously I wired up enemy creation to the E key, and it would put an enemy immediately like to the right of the character. So create it. Oops. Create NPC org. So we created our first orc in the bottom left, but we want to wire this to a key. So handle input. I feel like I need to raise my table. Now, hold on a sec. Moment of truth. All right. All right, we're back. Hey, good. Attempting to place enemies outside of the boundaries works. Like, as in it doesn't crash and it rejects it. Very good. Been running for a minute. A lot of frames drawn. There's a lot about the 3D stuff that I have to fix and like update and all that stuff. That's going to be a whole thing. But this is progress forward. Um, so we got multiple enemies, and pretty soon we're going to get them moving around too. Not tonight though. Let's did I create port to the .h? Yeah, I did. Let's test an AI refactor before I go. I'm not even calling draw fade at the moment, really, but I just as an example of how we might integrate. Uh, let's see. There's that one. Here we go. I've still got my GPT 3.5 turbo instance up. Um, Yeah, there we go. So, but see, like my point with people is that the process of me having generated this versus writing it yourself, deriving such a clean solution from your own mind is a matter of having previously done it a lot of times, as well as also being able to intuit and use logic to deduce through examining your own code or whoever's code it is that you happen to be working with what it is that you're actually trying to do and whether or not you can achieve the same thing in fewer steps. You know, like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, technically, you could call this all one line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9. So if you count the whole block, right? Like if you want to count every line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not bad. I like that kind of thing. Like, what if we were to do the same thing here? I don't think it really did anything. It basically did the same thing that. Y'all didn't eliminate shit. Y'all fucking bullshitting ass liar. Ugh. Alright, so if I were to rewrite this myself, just as an exercise. We start with that pass, right? Alright, so the reason that I initially broke these up into two if statements was that we only really modify active scene if the fade alpha is greater than equal to 255. So, but because this is something that we're doing in either, so if it's greater than 255, we set it to 255. Otherwise, if G fade alpha is less than or equal to 0, then it's equal to fade alpha. G fade state is going to be either fade state in if it's in that condition 2, and so actually, because I see these conditions, condition 1 is going to be G fade alpha greater than 255. Because now we can take that pre-calculated value, we don't have to recompute it, and that's now condition 1. Condition 2 is if fade alpha is less than or equal to 0. Already that's a lot cleaner. We have to eliminate this code down here still. But effectively, we no longer have to do these like that. So we eliminate some of that code. I'm going to call this something. Fade maxed condition 1. Or call it F maxed and F min. So we could do something similar up here too. So we could do this fade alpha is an integer. So G fade alpha, so fade state is also an integer. No, it's actually I think fade state is actually, yeah, it's just an enum. So for instance, we'd be able to change this to FS now. we can change this to A. Fade speed is just now speed. Oh wait, no, we would have to update A at this point. Okay, yeah, now we can use A there. Um I can't test this code because I don't have set up to rotate back to the title screen ready to roll or anything, but I trust that this still works. And it's not that hard to figure out again. A lot cleaner too. I got rid of the inner debug statement. Um, I was originally doing something that way. Dynamic error printing a little bit requires a few lines of code. This is just going to be easier to work with in the long run. A little bit more sane than the previous version. Pretty good. Not a bad rewrite there. One x negative one x 0. Which version's cleaner? Yeah, I feel like this version's a lot sillier. Like we had benefit in the previous function, but not so much here. Um, so a lot of this stuff entity at location. We're not even using that one. Time to take melatonin and get ready for bed. Like, this isn't handle move, but like at this point we're actually doing the move, but there's also two parts to it. Like, we save updating the entity because first we have to remove the entity. Actually, it might make more sense to do the update in the middle like this, and then that way we can get rid of this. Oh, we got lots of people watching. Holy flying fuck. 16 people on X. Greetings, everybody. I don't know if you're all bots or not, but damn. I don't know what y'all are doing, but shit. Y'all should be chatting and stuff, man. Who the fuck's in this motherfucker? Is that, or is that, no, it's like 16 views. Man, fucking restream totally miscalculates and shit. It's not accurate view count. It's like views. It's not like current viewers. God damn it. That always flips me out. Either way, okay. Um we're just about done here for tonight. But oh, yes. Pretty clean. All right, so next time, like, so we got attack animation in here already, but we need to, like, one of the big problems I faced last time was, like, incrementing the state in such a way that, like, if I hit the enemy flashes damage, and then the enemy resets state, and then gets their opportunity to attack. And I'd probably just have to do it on a turn-by-turn basis. Like, when everything processed all at the same time, it looked really nice and smooth, but that was a conflict that I ran into. So there might have to be a like I considered a switch for when we needed to like order events. Um and actually we might end up just like having everything run kind of like in sequence after all, but we'll get there. Um It'll be incredibly important that everything move really fast, kind of like in the same way that it's kind of occurring right now. Um, whenever you can, you should move functions out into their, or like move code out into its own function, which is exactly what I'm doing here. So we just pulled cam input zoom into its own function, which results in handle cam input looking a little bit cleaner. We no longer need those. We no longer need that. The only variable we need here now is cam move increment. Which I'm going to rename this cam move increment to just move. Oh, this doesn't even reset the zoom. Wait. Oh, okay, that did actually. So 5 did a positioning thing. As you can see, zoom level of 2 is very small. The actual size of the sprites are like 8 by 8. And that's on purpose. But as you can see, this in a large enough context could have and will look absolutely amazing. I look forward to stepping this project forward every opportunity that I can. And hopefully over time I can make it kind of my central focus. Dwarf Fortress is really cool. I think what they've created is really awesome and amazing. And it is a dream and hope of mine to create something that even comes anywhere near close. Maybe you can make this story about the orcs. About these guys down here. Maybe that could be the hero. We'll see. We gotta play around and get that system all working. So next time we gotta start getting attacking and stuff rolling a little bit more than just this. We need to actually have damage interaction. I would like to get items back up on the screen, so I should probably take some time to actually work on importing new assets, being able to lay down different items and stuff like that. Lots of work to do. Final check-in for tonight. Everything builds. All right. Code's checked in, y'all. You know what that means. That's right. It's time for us to go to bed. As much as I wish I could just shit this whole thing out all at once, I unfortunately cannot. I'm very sorry to hear that you need some help. Bolzen. I'm not sure I'm the one to help you. Especially since I'm literally about to sign off. So, as long as you're not a spammer, I will not totally not nuke you. But, Raging Wolfhelm. This badge was earned for watching Elden Ring during the initial Shadow of the Erd Tree expansion launch. Well, I don't know what you need help with. Because, you know, I'm already getting annoyed. So I'm just not going to deal with it. Don't come into my chat and ask for help. Especially if it's not a stream about help. You know, I've considered having office hours. But knowing the circles that I run in would be just too much of an opportunity for people to try and like harass and troll me. So it's a lot easier for me to just sit down and grind on a project and have people watch me. because then I actually get stuff done. And oftentimes people come into the chat getting away from the point of the stream, and sometimes chatters themselves don't know how distracting they can be. Or if that's their intent, then good job, because I am highly distractible at times. It's one thing I'm trying to work on. But yeah, we got a lot done today. Can't really complain. Until next time, everyone. Peace.